In most policymaking processes, communities are usually sidelined. So, do you think communities are important in this process?
Um, the first part of your question, that in most policymaking processes, communities are usually sidelined, is very true. And the second part, whether I think communities are important in this process, I mean, it's an obvious answer because I've been part of policy making of policies, designing of policies, and if the community is not involved, we have seen so many times that the policies just end up on the shelves. And how we involve communities has often been through the understanding that communities for whom the policies are meant are the ones to understand the realities the best. And the way policies are designed, it's usually very top down. And if you don't create the proper space for communities to express their views and to comment on whatever policies that are coming out, you miss the most important part of the policy making process, which impacts negatively on the implementation of the policies. The thing is, you can explore an issue doing all the background work for policy making, involving the community because on the basis that the communities know best. There is also an aspect where communities also have solutions. So it's not just making the policies, but in the implementation, communities can give you answers. And then the policy making actually becomes so much easier. The process has to be there. I mean, policies have to have the right language, the policies have to have a reflection of government or top level commitments. But what the substance that go into it has to be owned by the community. And the actual policy is about what the community to whom the policy is intended wants it to look like. And that is the difference between a policy that achieves the change and a policy that sits on a shelf. And there are so many examples in Sri Lanka of policies like that. Right now, we are working on a legal aid policy, and it's based on community perceptions of what legal aid is, access to legal aid services, and the gaps. So the policy in itself, I mean, has nice legal jargon, but it includes exactly what the people want and the solutions that came from the people themselves. So, yes, communities are sidelined and communities are absolutely essential. It's just that step on how to get community participation in policy making that is crucial. And for that, of course, you need time and some resources. But in the end, its policies are about change, positive change. And if you can't commit the time and the resources, I mean, what's the point of the policy?